So the first card you have your past is the Five of Pentacles, yes. Yeah, I'm seeing a couple of things in this card. I think you might have been worrying about money, maybe worrying about your future. I don't think you even had any reason to worry about this. I think this was just all in your mind. Things are fine. I think things are fine for you now, money-wise. Things are okay for you. You're not a millionaire, obviously. Or well, you might be, I don't know. But you know, things are fine for you. There's no big, huge financial problem. But this is what you're worrying about. And you're actually in a good position. You put yourself in the position you're in. You improved things for yourself financially. I'm seeing that. But there's this kind of, or there was at this time, there was this kind of strange feeling of doom around you. Maybe you were thinking something like, oh, things are okay now, but what if it all comes crashing down? What if everything suddenly goes wrong? Help, oh no, you know, you've got this kind of feeling of doom, but it was just in your head. I'm not seeing anything going wrong. There are some things that you're not sure of, some practical things I think around you that you're going to have to take care of. They might set you back a bit financially, things you have to buy, maybe something's broken down, or I don't know. There are a couple of purchases you have to make. But I think, you know, they're necessary purchases. They're nothing huge, nothing that's going to kind of make you bankrupt or anything like that. I think you're worrying unnecessarily, or you were. This is in your past. And you know, if you're feeling like this, I can see that you are going to keep growing financially. There's a lot of growth around you. I think things are going to keep on improving for you financially. So really all of this was just in your head. You're over worrying. It's like doom, terrible doom. You know, I'm going to lose money. I'm going to come crashing down. I'm going to be broke. None of that's true. None of that's true. The other thing I'm seeing in this is that I think someone was really kind of almost on the edge of apologizing to you. I think, you know, this is in the past, so they've either already apologized or they're probably going to soon if they haven't already. This is something that, you know, they've been holding on to this. It's actually like a big volcano that's about to burst inside them. This is, you know, this is an apology or it's an explanation, you know, so second best to an apology. And I think this has to happen at some time because it's like ready to burst inside them. I can really see that. They're not going to be able to keep this in. And something's been left unsaid for a long, long time. I don't know if this is how you were feeling, but this is how they were feeling. And, you know, I think they did do something to you or they said something to you. And there's a lot that was left unsaid. It was kind of, I think things ended abruptly between you quickly. And a lot of things weren't unsaid. And you might be fine with that, but they're not fine with that. They think that you need to kind of have some talk, some kind of closure, some kind of thing like that. And they do want to apologize. They think that something needs to be said. So they might have already apologized. If not, I think that's probably coming to you soon. The next card you have your past is the Two of Cups. Yes. So yeah, I think this person who wants to apologize to you, I think they were really close to you once, actually. I think you're probably in daily contact with this person at one time. This wasn't just physical contact. There was a kind of there was a connection between you that was kind of beyond that. You were deeply connected with this person. Okay, this might sound a bit strange, but I'm seeing dreams, talking about dreams. Maybe you used to tell them about your dreams. Actually, not dreams as in, I want to do this one day, but dreams as in, I had a dream about something. I think, you know, I think someone woke up in the night and told the other person about their dream. Oh, I just had this dream. I just wanted to call you right now. And that was how close you are. It was like you'd be able to call them in the night if you needed to, and they'd answer you, and the same back again. But again, you know, they have something to explain to you. There's something that happened that was sort of just left hanging as far as they're concerned. They think, oh, this is just hanging in the air. I have to kind of get some kind of, I have to round this off. I have to apologize. I have to finish this off. That's the kind of thing I'm feeling around this. So I don't know if you want to hear this explanation or this apology or whatever, but it is coming. I'm seeing that everywhere in this. It's coming. If it hasn't already, obviously, again, this is in the past. The last card you have your past is the Sun. Beautiful card. Yeah, I think, don't be angry. I think you can be a bit naive sometimes when it comes to life, when it comes to things that, other people seem to just take for granted. There are things in life that other people just seem to know how to do. It's like, I just know how to do this, I just know how to do that kind of thing. And you seem almost childlike about some of these things, if that makes sense. And you can doubt yourself because of that. You can doubt your abilities because of that. You can think, well, this person looks like they know what they're doing. This person has their life sorted out. This person can do this. I can't. I'm still kind of behind everyone else. It's that kind of feeling I'm getting around this. Now, you're not behind, you're ahead. You're ahead in a lot of ways. I think, there are a lot of things that people as adults just seem to be able to do without thinking. And I think a lot of these things might actually mystify you a bit. But I think this is a positive. This childlike outlook that you have is a positive thing. It's, I think it's gotten you to where you are in a lot of ways, and it's going to get you to new places. It's going to get you to amazing new places, actually, because that child inside of you doesn't see restrictions, it doesn't see complications. Small children don't care about how they look. They don't care when they're playing, when they're running around, when they're singing, when they're drawing. They just do things. They don't really care what other people think of them until they get a bit older. Older children do, but very young children, they just sing out loud. They kind of, scream and run around. They don't care. And, look at how happy the child on this card is. He's naked and he's smiling. And also there's a barrier behind this child, a wall. And, you can break through barriers. You can achieve things that a lot of other people can't achieve. Because you're a bit like this child. You don't see the barriers, the so-called barriers that other people see. And that's what you can get a bit frustrated at sometimes. You can get frustrated at people who see only barriers. You might say to people, why don't you do this? And, oh, I can't because this and that and la, la, la. And you can't see that barrier. So you get a bit frustrated. You're like, why are they seeing all these barriers? I can't see it. Yeah, so that's why this is a plus for you. So don't ever think that you're hopeless or that you're incapable. This is your childlike nature, and this is the way that you think, and you just do things without thinking sometimes. But that's good. That's a huge strength of yours. Embrace that. It's a really good thing. That's how you're going to get further than other people, because you have a childlike attitude. You don't see the barriers that are in front of you, and you just go do things. A bit like the Fool, which is what you are, your Aries. The first card you have for your present is the Page of Cups. So yeah, again, I think this is about this message that I was seeing, this person who wants to come and apologize to you. There's definitely some kind of apology coming if it hasn't already. I think this person actually might try to test the waters a little bit, I think, before they say, oh, I want to apologize. They're not just going to come in and say, I want to apologize. They're going to kind of do things in a little way just to see how you feel. It's like they want to kind of see whether you're going to be angry or not, or how you're going to react. They know you well. So they might try to do something like, they might try to say something small, a bit light-hearted, a little bit of a joke or something, just to try and break the ice a bit first. Something definitely happened between you two, and I think this might have been something quite serious. Either it was very serious or you felt that it was serious. Clearly you feel it's more serious than they did if they're coming in with a bit of a joke to come back and talk to you. So to me, that says you think it's more serious than they did. Now, you have, there's a rocky sea behind this page as well. So they probably caused you to go through a few ups and downs emotionally, things like that. You might have even forgiven them a few times in the past for things. So that also says that they were very, very close to you and very important to you in your life, if you forgave them a few times, because Aries doesn't do that very often. If someone does something wrong that they're unhappy with, they don't forgive them very easily. So, that tells me that they were very close to you. And I think if they do come in with this kind of joke or this light-hearted thing, whatever, to start off with, it's not going to be right. That's not the right way for them to come into you. If you're very serious, if you're angry, if you're not happy with them, someone coming in to joke at you is not the right thing to do. So no way are you going to accept that if this is what they do. This is what they're thinking about. And yeah, they're totally getting the tone wrong if that's what they're going to do. Yeah, so the next card you have for your present is the Queen of Swords. So yes, they're getting the tone wrong. This is you, you're holding up your sword, you're guarding yourself. You know, this queen has been through a lot. Some people say she's a widow. I hear that sometimes. Some people disagree with that. But yeah, she has been through a lot, some terrible, terrible things. She's really been through it, and so have you. You've been through it with this person, and you've been through it with other people as well. So you don't take to people hurting you, saying bad things to you, and then coming back with a little bit of a joke and expecting you to think it's all fine. No, that does not work with you. And you know, you're not going to just accept what this person says. You might not even want to talk to them at all. You might eventually, I don't know, but at this time you're definitely not going to be feeling like that. And I think that this time that you had apart from one another, in that time you were able to look back, I think, on everything that had happened between you, and maybe you realised that there might have even been a bit of dishonesty there, maybe with this person, or some kind of ambiguity somewhere where they weren't being straightforward with you. And you know, you're honest, you're brutally honest, obviously you're Aries, so I don't think you'll be able to go back to any situation where things weren't 100% up front, if that makes sense. You're not going to listen, you're not going to go back to someone who's a bit dishonest, a bit jokey, they don't take it seriously, and they want to come back and do all that. No, it's not going to work with you. Sorry about that cough. So the last card you have your present is the Six of Wands. So I think you actually have a lot of people around you support. Excuse me, I'm going to cough again. Sorry about that. Yeah, so you have a lot of people around you. I think you have a lot of people who are very supportive of you. There are some people a lot of people around you who actually care about you, but maybe they're not around you. They care about you. There are a lot of people. I am seeing there is a distance between you and these people. I don't know whether this is a physical distance or whether it's an emotional distance. It might be both. It might be that they're not close friends, but they're people you know, but they are supportive of you. Might be that. There's a distance though, and I think you feel this distance between you. And obviously this is the Victory card. This man's high up on this horse, and he's in a higher position than the people around him. And this is the position, again, this is the position that you're in, whether you realize it or not. You've progressed up to this position where you're up on this high horse. And, you know, sometimes, again, same as what I'm seeing in the Sun card, sometimes you feel as if you're up there when you look back over your life and you think, wow, I'm up here on this high horse. I've achieved a lot of things. Here I am up on this horse. But in other things in your life, you feel as if you're the opposite. You feel as if you're back down, again, with all of these people around this man, and other people are up on the high horse. But you know, you're up there. You're up on the high horse. You're up on the white horse as an adult, because inside this adult is the child in the Sun card, also up on a white horse. You see that? They're both next to each other. They're both on white horses, both next to each other. It's really amazing how that comes out like that. So I'm just looking across at the two, and I'm seeing, here you are up on your white horse. You've achieved everything. You've got everything you want. You might not realize it yet. You might feel, oh, I'm a bit of a fool. I don't know what I'm doing. No, you're up there because you are childlike and you feel a bit of a fool. That's why you're there. Look at the two cards next to each other. So that's what I'm seeing. And think about anyone who's ever created anything amazing, designed anything, made amazing music. If they didn't think and feel different from other people, that they were different from all of these other people, they wouldn't have created anything different. So stay up there. You belong up there. Embrace your difference. Don't work against it. Work with it. That's what I'm seeing there. So the first card you have for your future is the Four of Wands. I love seeing those two together. I just loved it so much. And now you've got the Four of Wands. This is fantastic. So I'm actually seeing this literally. I think you might be going back to somewhere where you feel welcomed and comfortable, totally comfortable. Maybe you're going back to visit family sometime soon, or maybe you're planning on doing that or thinking about doing that. But I think you actually will go back and visit them sometime soon. Now, obviously, family members, these are family members who you obviously feel comfortable being around. Because there are some who you don't, but these people you do feel totally comfortable around. I'm just looking at these two women in this card. They're welcoming you. You might have two women in your family who you're very close to, just like these two women, and they're going to welcome you. I'm seeing a main group of people you're seeing who you feel totally comfortable with, who you're happy to be around. But then I'm seeing there's another group of people outside of that main family, if that makes sense. Now, some of the people outside of that you might not see eye to eye with all of the time. And I think at this time, when you go back to visit these people, you are going to come to some sort of agreement with some of these people, or you're going to have some kind of, I'm seeing that you're going to come back to some kind of unity with some people who you've fallen out with. Might be one person, might be more than one person. The number 4 can be about unity. And also, there are red bows tying these wands to the top of this canopy. And sorry, someone's just making a noise outside. It's just distracting me. So yeah, red bows. So the origin of red bows on gifts, the tradition of that means, what it really means is, sorry, I'm not articulating myself properly because I've got someone disturbing me. Tying together, unifying. So if you give someone a gift with a red bow on it, which is traditional at Christmas time or even any other time, the origin of that is that the gift giver is tied in with the receiver. There's unity between the gift giver and the receiver. That's what that red bow is. That's what the origin of that is. So that's another reason. What I'm trying to say, what I'm not saying very well, is that is another reason why I'm seeing unity, the number 4 and the red bow. So yes, this is going to be a welcoming time. This is going to be a very positive time, and it's going to be a unifying time for you. So the next card you have for your future is the 8 of Pentacles. So yes, here you are, because you have all these worries inside your head in the 5 of Pentacles. You're saying, oh, I'm going to lose money. I haven't got enough money. What am I going to do? So here you are working really hard because of that. And I think you're still going to have this stress around you about worrying about losing money, all of that, not having enough money. And again, I don't think you have anything to worry about. But yeah, you're going to be earning extra money, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's absolutely fine. It can't hurt, obviously. You are going to be feeling a little bit tired, a little bit restless at this time. I'm seeing a lot of repetitive work that you're going to be doing. It's almost going to be like a production line that I'm seeing on this card, with all of these coins kind of going up the tree. They look like a production line. And also looking at these coins going up the tree as well, I'm also seeing, I think someone might be trying to copy your work. Maybe someone might be trying to, I don't know if you work somewhere where people can look over your shoulder or something, because these coins are all the same. It's like someone's taken a screenshot of one of the coins and they've repeated it over and over again up the tree to all look the same. So that's what I'm seeing. Someone might be copying something, making a copy of something over and over again. And this man's so busy, he's not noticing anything that's going on around him or behind him or anything like that. He just has his head down working. So I don't want to make you feel paranoid, but if you lift your head up a bit and notice what some other people are doing and saying and things like that, someone might be using your ideas or trying to copy your ideas or something like that. So just watch out for that. Again, don't be paranoid, just keep your eyes open. The last card you have for your future is the Hierophant. Right, so I'm seeing someone in your life who's teaching you things, maybe. The Hierophant can be a teacher. This is sort of relating to what I was seeing in the Sun card a bit, in a way. This person is an invaluable person. They're a fantastic person. They care about you. This is a good friend. They're a good teacher to you. And they want to help you with things. I'm seeing someone who's a fantastic person at helping you with practical things. And these are things that, you do need help with some practical things. You really do. You're not that practical, which is, again, what I was seeing in the Sun card. But this person can help you. And, this is very positive. This is a very positive person. But maybe just be careful to take the advice that you need and leave the rest, because I think this is a very sensible person. They're a great person. I'm not seeing any problems with this person. But I know this might sound a little bit crazy, but don't become too sensible. I think they might be giving you some advice that could be, it might hold you back in some way. And I don't think they mean to do that. They want what's best for you. They do care about you. But you need to keep your unique way of looking at things. You need to keep your unique self going. Don't change yourself. I'm not sure if I'm articulating this properly, but be yourself. Be yourself. That's what I'm seeing in this card. Don't end up changing into someone who's less dynamic than you, let's say. And again, this person has really good advice. They're a good person. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with this person. They're just a very different person to you, and the way they see things and the way they want to run their life is very different to the way that you run your life. So just try to take the advice that feels right for you, instinctively and politely, of course, and leave the rest. I hope that makes sense, because you don't want to lose that child self, that childlike self. Because again, that was really huge, what I was seeing. The child in you is what keeps you on top of that high horse in the Six of Wands. Don't ever change that and become someone who's not as dynamic as you truly are inside of yourself.